The first step is to cut the particle board to the dimensions needed for your design. Let me show you how easy it is to cut particle board using any of the tools described earlier. Let's take a look at this. With your jig or straight edge clamped in place, take a firm grip on the saw with both hands and apply a steady motion, letting the saw cut through the material. You'll find that it takes very little effort for it to get through the particle board. Most jigsaws have a single-handed grip, so be sure to have a firm hold of the saw and keep it against the jig or straight edge. It may be a little slower than a circular saw, but it still gets through the particle board with very little effort. A router can easily cut through particle board, but you will end up with a lot of sawdust and material on the floor since the cutting bit on the router is much wider than a typical saw blade. Set up your fence on the table saw and use a steady motion to guide the particle board through the blade. As you get closer to the cutting action, use a push stick to prevent your hands from getting too close to the blade.